Okay, so to start off, where I got this app is from Happy Mod, where you can download it in Google. Now, in order to use it, that means I have to make a song. I'm just gonna... Alright, so I'm just gonna randomly name it random words. And then... when you use this app, right, you're gonna see this plus sign. And when there's this plus sign, you press it and then you get options here. It says there's a channel and there's a synth. Usually what I do is that I go to instruments and then I select the type of instrument that I want to use. Alright, I'll just use the basics. I'll just use something that's common. Alright, so when you want to make a song, basically the white notes, it's called a major. Basically happy notes, right? While the black ones are like minor chords. A chord is like you using this note, but I'm gonna double it so I can put it here. It sounds a bit better. Now if I put more, it becomes more realistic. So now it sounds like it's an actual piano. Alright, to make it easier, there's even this option here where it even tells you where is here. Now you see there's major, right? If you press the major section, you can see that all the white notes are visible, but the black ones you can't use them. So yeah, to make it easier, you can also use the project scale. If you press this button here, I don't know what it's called, but if you press that, they'll give you options whether you basically want it to be a major or a minor or others. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna explain all of it because I'm not gonna explain all of it, but yeah, so we basically have our first instrument here, and now what's left is to basically complement that instrument, that first chord. So that means you can use literally anything, but what I personally do is that I also then use the bass. Iconically, you can use like a guitar or an amp. Okay, so in order to make a bass to match with our first instrument that we used, what I do is I copy the same thing, but I only take the first tonic notes. And a tonic note is basically notes that are dominant. Basically the first notes that you use. And yeah, let me just preview that. I can even go even lower to make it more of a bass. But the lower you go, the more it sounds off. You see this part here. This part here specifically. It sounds a bit off. Why? Because it sounds as if it's glitching, but still you can use it. But me personally, I don't really go that low unless I'm going for, I don't know, I just randomly do that sometimes, but I just mostly don't. I just go ahead and use this. You can mostly experiment however you want. So now we got our instrument, our bass, and what's left is you can use the drums. The drums, you can do it however you like, because that's just, I'm gonna do it in a basic way, like kick snare. There's snare. Alright, never mind, I'm not gonna look for the entire thing, I'm just gonna do it. How does it sound like? So yeah, in here you can do whatever you want. Nah, I'm not gonna use that. I am not using that. No, definitely not using that. Don't want to. I'm gonna use hi-hats. But yeah, you can, no, not that. Really, in terms of music production, what you mostly have to do is experiment, most likely, to something that sounds good. If you want people to listen to it, you have to basically experiment. That's why sometimes making music can take time. It really can. So this one's good. on to the next point. Now you need to just add a little bit of a difference, because you can't listen to this for an entire 2 minutes and expect not to be bored. Like, imagine hearing this. Okay. Yeah, so basically you need to add different things to it. Like, for example, you can just do something a little different, because it's gonna be boring hearing something from the start and never changing anything for straight 2 minutes, because then it's gonna be less engaging for the listener to hear what they're listening, in terms of them listening to your music, basically. So what I would like to call this is a measure. So a measure is like, well, it's self-explanatory what a measure is. Basically, it's what you start off, what your song sounds like, and then there's like a middle section, and then there's like the end. So then, basically this is my first section, right? Which you can also say the first measure. Now I want to change something to make it sound more different, and because it sounds more different, it becomes more engaging. Because uso porega, it's gonna be boring for you to listen to this for an entire 2 minutes. So you can change something or just keep one, so that you can resonate something with the other instruments that you might be introducing. Or you can just take the bass only. Alright, so this part is where the listener can basically rest their ear, because you can't really just make the entire song, what can I say? Think of it like this. You're watching a movie, right? When you watch a movie, the movie can't just always contain action and action only. It has to have parts where it's more calm, so that way it gives you like a break. It gives you a break from all that. It just gives you a break, so that way it gives the listener like a rest. So you can say this is a resting point. So I'm just gonna use less instruments here, or you can just use or use a new instrument. I'm gonna use some different. How does that sound? Oh yeah, sometimes I just avoid this note here because this makes it sound off, so I usually avoid F. There isn't really a concrete reason why, but I just usually do because it's a major type of song. So yeah, I just usually avoid F. I either go below or above it. Alright, I'm gonna add a bit of a mess here. Alright, so then you can introduce the first section again so that the listener can basically know that they know this part because it's a form of repetition. When something is repeated, usually a person is gonna know, oh, I know this part of the song, so then they're gonna but this time I'm gonna add a bit of something. No, that's not gonna work out. It's the same. It's time for the best part of it all to finish it, and that is the audio. I'm gonna it's basically like an effect. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with this. Okay, so the main purpose of using these effects is to basically it also involves with it being more engaging, but it kind of makes you transition from one area to another, basically making you move to a different. It basically makes the song move you around, right? You see that? You hear that actually. So now it's like, oh, you've moved to a different place of the song. That's basically the main purpose of this effect here. Or you can just do this by just not giving it the end part, but yeah, you can basically do that too. You see the difference if you did not add these things. This is what it would sound like. So it's not gonna tell you, or it's not gonna even transition you to another song, basically making you not care that it has changed. Like, if the song has changed, that effect basically helps you to notice that the song is now taking you to a different place, but also it tells the listener that if the song is about to be in a different section, I'm not sure how to explain it, but it's basically like that, right? It's an effect. It makes the song sound better too, so it works. Same goes with the start, but with this you don't really need to add that, like, to the start of the song. You don't really need to add this. You can just not add it and just play it like that. So in the end, this is where this effect is mostly useful, because it's kind of like, yeah, the song has ended type of thing, where it's alright. So I'm gonna just let the song play out, and then you're gonna know the difference. You're gonna listen to the song, and then you're gonna see the more like you're gonna hear the difference between, if you don't use these effects, how the song is gonna turn out. So now I'm gonna play it without these effects, how it would turn out to be. Okay, so now this is with these sound effects, and you're gonna know the difference of how it sounds like. Yeah, hopefully that helped you to know of this app that I've been using. And yes, I'm bad at teaching, but hey, I gotta start somewhere, so